Hi, welcome to a new video. Normally I'm out in my little camper and taking photos and all that kind of stuff, but in this video I just thought I'd do something a bit different. I tried this Temu. There's all this rave about it. It's just a Chinese website that deal direct with suppliers that get cheap prices and everything else, so I thought I'd have a go. So I did a few orders, as you can see here, so we'll go through them and I'll have a look at what's in here, and some of them will be separate reviews. So the first one that I had, let's put those to the side. Move those down there out of the way. There's this one. Now, basically the one thing is I ordered one or two things that we actually wanted and something not really, but it's just made up the thing. So we'll go through what's in here. I mean, delivery, first of all, I have to say this. I mean, it was around about 4 or 5 days, which is in the estimated delivery that it actually said. So we have 4 items in this. Now the reason there was 4 is basically they were doing an offer that if you order more than 4 you got then vouchers and everything else, because the one thing they do is bombard you with vouchers, and that's the way they hook you in a sense, but you've got to be a bit careful on what you buy. I mean, the first thing that we bought, which we really needed, was a blood pressure monitor, just one of the cuff ones. I think, now let me go through these, I'll get the prices. This one cost me £9.23. That was including like the delivery and everything else. Now these were round about between 50 and 50%, 57% off the original price anyway. So this is a little blood pressure monitor, so we've got that, so we'll go through those. So we'll just get this one out anyway, just to have a quick look. Now I chose this one basically because it's USB powered as well. You've got, if you can see there, oops, battery compartment on the bottom, as you can see, so that takes 4 AAA batteries. You've got the cuff there, silly little instruction manual. Unless I've got my reading glasses on, I'm never going to be able to read it, so let's just put that to the side. But let's open this up. There's the cuff. Right, let's see if it actually works, because I actually did buy one of these off eBay for about 15-20 quid, and it ended up coming out faulty. Ooh, USB-C, which is actually not bad, because you don't see that normally on cheap devices. So let's get a battery pack, pop that on. Let's just see, as you can see, I don't know if you can see that on the screen, it is coming on. If I press on.
Attention please. Please keep silent and relax. Keep the cuff at heart level.
Okay, so that is working. I'd have to put the cuff on, so we'll try that. Oh, yeah, that's working, because the one we had off eBay, basically there was nothing coming through there. There's no air, the pump wasn't working. So yeah, so that seems to work. It's coming up error because that isn't connected, and I don't think you want to see my blood pressure. So, you know, there we go. So that actually works, which, you know, for a tenner, which if you pay in the shops, they're about 30 quid. This one's got multiple memories. Yeah, basically a blood pressure monitor. I don't know what more I can say about that. So that's that one. The next one was this. Now, I'm not too sure how this one is going to fare. This is basically USB, get me words right. This is LED lighting. I wanted it through our cabinets that are downstairs that display my little Lego minifigures and the dolphins. Now this I got, yeah, 40 meters. Yeah, I got 40 meters. I only thought I ordered 30, but this is 40 meters of RGB. It is powered by a remote. Let's get that out. It does say it's also Bluetooth, which it may be from that as well, but it doesn't matter if it's only from the remote. There's the thing, because it can just be powered from one. And then these, the only thing is with RGB lighting, if you've ever bought it, is the distance between the LEDs, because the more distance, the less brightness basically. And so you think you're getting a longer distance, but if they're spaced apart, it's not as good as a shorter distance, if you know what I mean. So let's just have a look at these. I mean, they are very, 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 very far apart. Let's get this out. I mean, what you've got, I don't know if you can just see on there, that's like about 2 inches between the LEDs. Now each one of those does have the 3 different colours and then the white as well in those. So what we'll do is we'll just connect one up just to make sure it works, and then once it's all done in the cabinet we'll see. So has it got the line on it? So if you ever bought these, you know that you have to get the little line in the right place. So then we don't really need that joiner, do we, for what I'm just going to do, which is just a test. Which then you're going to need these little adapters. Actually, if I unplug that, just plug that straight into there. Get me power bank again, move that cable out of the way. I'm going to end up with a load of mess here. Plunk that on. And as you can see, there we go. And then take this little thing out. There is no battery in there. This is where my fingers, unfortunately, don't work. No, there is no battery in there. Yeah, 2032 I think it is. So yeah, I'll have to pop one of those in there. But as you can see, they work. You can change the colour and everything else. I mean, for 40 metres, even though the distance is pretty far apart, it's not too bad. To go all round cabinets, it should be okay anyway. So there we go. So we got those going. So that was another, and like I say, that cost me £15.79. Again, that was around about 50% off. And I mean, for 40 metres, which is what I've got here, which isn't too bad really. So that's another one. We'll plonk that over there. So unplug it to save it flashing away. So that's the one. Now I'm just going to pop these little things in here so I don't bloody lose them. Bloody fingers. Right. Okay. Now these were 2 different things that we necessarily didn't need. This one we did. Basically, it's a little wireless doorbell. Now, it just got a camera on like the Ring doorbell and everything else. So, I don't know how well this is going to work. I mean, that's USB powered there. So let's plonk that into there. Mainly, I just wanted it for a wireless doorbell. Now this cost me a grand total of £8.49, which if you go to the shops, you can't even get a wireless doorbell for that. So as you can see, you've got the little thing there. So is that going to take batteries? Where are you? Right, I'm going to have to pop the end off that to test it. But again, for £9.50, I'll come back to that after I've taken the screw out and got into there, and then we can see how that works. I mean, yes, the only thing is with these is you're going to use software that really you don't know, so it's whether you trust that kind of thing. But again, if you don't even want to connect to the internet, it just will work as just a wireless doorbell. So a little bit of fun. So we'll try that out later. I'm going to get into that. And then the other thing, basically, it's like backgrounds for what I've got here, which is the lid has come off. I don't know if that is supposed to have come off. As you can see, there we go, just clips back in. It is an LED starry light projection unit, just to fuse onto the ceiling. Now again, this one is micro USB, which again with some older devices it doesn't really matter. So let's get this out. Right, and then plonk that in there. My idea with this was just to have it like when we're watching telly, whether it's in the living room or even in the bedroom, we have like LED lights around, you know, so you don't have to have your larger light on. And this may be a little bit of fun. Right, so let's plonk this on. Right, we got a power button, we got a thing on there, and then on. So, ooh, there you go. It is working. I'll try it. You can't really see, but if I just turn these lights off, you can see a little bit of colour in the background. So I'll show you on screen now what it looks like in a darkened room anyway. But again, that works. Now that, again, grand total of that was £4.73. Now you can't really complain with that. I have got one like this, but it's like very noisy. This one's pretty quiet. You can't hear it really going around that much. The other one was really noisy, and the other thing is it wouldn't turn it on automatically, because I like it, say, like off a remote. You press a button, all your LED lights come on and everything else. But yeah, let's see, as soon as power's plugged into this, will it come on? Oh, it's got a battery in it. Now I did not realise that. So it is rechargeable. Now for a £5, you can't really complain at that. So that is not bad really. For a £5, you can't go wrong. That's the thing with it, pretty cheap. Again, most of these things, they're not built to last. So, you know, we'll see. So that's the one package that we ordered. We'll get on to the next one now. I'll just tidy this away a little bit. Right, the next parcel was just something that we needed. Basically, as you know, I've got this little camper, well, a Peugeot Partner that I converted into a camper. And the stove that I've got is just one of the little portable ones that take the little gas canister. Now we've got absolutely loads of those because the missus used to work at one of the discount places, and so the little gas canisters, we've still got about 15 or 20 of them still left, you know, so it's worth using those. But I bought a double cooker which needs the different gas canisters, so I needed an adapter. Now I looked on there and we'd got this. Now this was about a tenner, but I got it, yeah, it was originally £10.97 and I got a £5 off that, because again, the first order that I did, you get vouchers, so you get £5 off this, £10 off this, half price off this, so and so and so and so, plus your discounts, which is where they get you, because then they're just bombarding you and bombarding you with vouchers, you know. So do be careful when shopping on there, because you can go overboard. You think, oh, that's nice, I'll add that to my basket, that basket. The one thing that I will say with Temu is you've got no like watch list like on eBay or anything like that, so that if you want to go back to it, you know, to have a look around, you can't. The only way to do it is to add it to your cart. So it makes it a little bit difficult that way. But all this is just an adapter, just to go from the one type to my stove with the regulator on. Now again, that cost me like £5, some odd, £5.97, whatever it was, which, you know, is pretty good. If I looked on eBay or something like that, they're like 15 quid. So good saving from that one. Now the other one though, now this is where I did basically get a good bargain. The main thing that I looked at when I was looking at Temu is, if you haven't seen me, I take pictures of Lego minifigures, but the larger torch ones, when I'm out and about. Now, so I like Lego. I used to like it as a kid, everything else. Now there's this fake Lego. We've all seen it. I had the character building Doctor Who sets. You know, you've got the cheap stuff that you can get from Poundland and everything else. But there are ones that basically are exactly the same sets as Lego, but a hell of a lot cheaper. And I was looking at this green Lamborghini thing. Now the one that I've got, which is in this one, now this cost, it should have been £18.48, but I'll explain how this worked in a second. So originally, like I say, £18.48. Now there is 1,000. I mean, the one thing, if you want packaging with this kind of stuff, yeah, you don't really. As you can see, there is the actual cart. Now there's 1,300 and some odd pieces in this. Now yes, you don't get a box, and well, yeah, it's just cheap Lego. Now it's going to be a fun set to actually build, and there are the instructions there. As you can see, that this works out, it's around about a foot longer. I have to admit, the actual manual is printed really, really good quality. Okay, it's a bit damaged, but yeah, this is going to be in another video to see how actually it comes out. But as you can see, it doesn't look too bad. Now again, hopefully all the pieces are in there. That is the one thing. You do have returns policy on there. I mean, to be honest, I've had this sitting around for about a month trying to actually get this video done. So, you know, whether I can now, I don't know. I don't know the limit. So that will be a separate video of me speed building that. So let's just put that to the side there. Then the other thing is, a few years ago, I bought a cheap drone. Never got round to using it until like 6 months later, and it just seemed to go off to the one side. It's only a cheap one. It says it's 4K. It ain't 4K. You know, it's just for a bit of fun for the videos out and about. So I seen a drone, and again, me with my fingers trying to control things, games don't work, so I'm more than likely going to lose this damn thing. So I looked again at another cheap drone. Now this one, let me just get some scissors, and magic please, some scissors. Right, now this is just a bog standard drone. It does say it's 4K, I think anyway, or it may be only 1080p. It doesn't matter, it's probably only going to be bloody 720. But for what I want is just to show on a video quickly where I am. So again, let's undo this. I have to admit, the packaging's not too bad on all of this stuff. Okay, plain box. Let's get in there. Ah, fingers. If you don't know me, unfortunately I've got a spinal problem, and as well that does affect my hands sometimes. They don't work. Well, they don't do what they're told, if you know what I mean. If anybody's got arthritis, you know exactly what I mean, and you wake up with dead arms in the night and you can't feel your arms and your hands, but it's the way that it goes. Now, there we go. Let's get rid of that box. It is, like I say, a bog standard little drone. The model there is, I don't know if you can see that, is 98 on there. Let's try and bring that up to the camera a little bit. But yeah, I mean, you've got the front camera, you've got the bottom camera, you've got the controller, you've got all of that, you've got one battery. Now, I bought another drone, like I say, and it's got 3 batteries, and they are all the same batteries on these cheap drones. So basically, this is going to be just for a bit of fun. I'll try this out again. That will be in another video, just a silly little video testing it. Now that, well, originally it was $21.59, which was already like around about half price. Basically, these were already half price. But because of the vouchers, I got this and this for just over £20. I can't see it on my thing, but it was £20 and 7 pence for basically this Lego set, which is like over 1,300 pieces, and a cheap little drone. This one even lights up as well, so I can bloody see it. That's the one thing. So again, it ain't gonna be like your 100 quid drones. That ain't gonna be as good as Lego. We don't know, but again, that's the one thing. For this kind of price, for 20 quid. The one thing as well is, and I didn't realise, well, I kind of did, this said it was on pre-order when I ordered these together. Now, it said it was still the same delivery time, so I just added it to the basket and everything else. But then a few days later, 4 or 5 days later, I got an email to say that, do I still want to keep this on pre-order because there's going to be a delay? And then they give me a £5 credit voucher to use anytime I want. So, because of what classed as late delivery. So this one actually come through first, and because I said leave it on pre-order, this only took an extra day or 2 days than what was expected. So it's not too bad. I mean, again, with this Temu, the way that it works is basically, from what I found out, is Temu deal directly with the manufacturers, which then means you're getting the deal. You've got no middleman and everything else. They're dealing with all the fees, the delivery and everything else, because yes, it's all Chinese stuff, but it's coming from UK warehouses, from wherever they are, and then it's straight to you. So you are getting really good savings. And I mean, to be honest, for a bit of fun, I mean, I've spent what, it was about 40 quid on that, 5 quid on that little thing, so it's about 45, and this was 20, so I've spent about 60 odd quid. Now, to be honest, even if I went into the shop and bought this cheap drone, that's going to be 30, 40 quid easily. You know, that Lego, if I bought the original Lego, then yeah, you know, but it's not original Lego, do remember that. But yeah, again, I've saved probably, you know, well, like I say, this is like 60 odd quid. And if I would have gone to the shops from this, you would have been talking at least 150 quid. So, you know, it's good. So yeah, a bit different than my normal video. So hope you've enjoyed this. We'll get these tested out. I'll pop some of this, you know, up in a minute. And yeah, thank you for watching, but we'll be out in the camper soon and everything else. So again, thank you for watching and goodbye for now. Bye.